today you see everybody knows about AI and everybody's seen all the really cool videos of AI, how you do homework, how you're able to ask questions, how you're able to summarize document. But AI in the enterprise space is very, very different. You can showcase and show off to your friends what AI can do. But in the enterprise space, AI is a very, very different thing. What we see now in the enterprise space is that a lot of AI has forced a lot of enterprise to rethink the whole change in the workflow. Things like supply chain, things like compliance monitoring, things like how to do deal sourcing. A lot of this has changed the way they look at business very differently. And with this, a lot of new challenges has come towards building an AI solution. So everybody has seen the headline. Everybody has seen the headline, right? AI. People say that AI is coming to the enterprise. However, the bigger statement that you can see recently, MIT has reported 95% of AI in enterprise project fail. 95%. That's a really, really big number. And you ask the reason why 95% and it's so big, such a big number. Isn't AI supposed to solve all the problems that you have with enterprise? Unfortunately, a lot of things like a lot of basic information, a lot of basic requirement of enterprise has not been served with AI. The age of just simply retrieval, search and retrieval and give a really cool answer on the chatbot just doesn't work anymore. The reasons are very simple, right? You see that there's a lot of patchy security. You don't want to have an application, build an AI solution where the level of people, like every employee can see the same information that the CEO can see. So a lot of this information, like security, is a really, really big consideration for a lot of enterprise. You see that scalability is also another reason. If you have a couple of PDF files and you think that, hey, maybe I can get my AI to answer for you. Imagine you had thousands, hundreds of thousands of PDF files that you're trying to understand from the whole mountains of documents to give you a much better semantic answers to your employee. It just doesn't work, right? Scalability and security is a very, very big concern. In fact, we do run into customers who tell Hubert, accuracy is good, but not the most important. The most important is whether my document is been searched properly in a secure way and in a granular way, so that my CEO document doesn't have to be seen by anybody else. So these are things that we see on a day-to-day basis that needs to be solved at a scalability level that today a lot of enterprises are not able to solve today. So that's how we do. So one of the things I want to mention as well, Squirro is in the Magic Quadrant. We are in very, very good company. We're in the emerging leader space square, the same space as Alibaba Cloud. So we are definitely pushing the edge of pushing GenAI knowledge management and GenAI engineering. How we look at the solution is we don't just look at AI as just a simple rack. We're looking at how we can have a platform to drive adoption, to drive scalability in a very secure way for a lot of big enterprise customers. So all this, right? And you ask me, so Hubert, you've done a lot of enterprise customer. What are the biggest challenge, right? You do hear a lot of use cases. People are talking about, I want to change the way the business has been looked. I want to do a new business model. In fact, actually, the number one use case for a lot of enterprise is how can I save costs? And you see that in this way, because a lot of solutions today are based on legacy solution. What they want is to actually bring them to a much more advanced, the way they look at the solution at a much more advanced stage. So you see that a lot of things like service management, customer service, these are always the number one use case for GenAI. Number two, you see risk management, right? Previously, risk management is a very, very difficult way of doing fraud, detecting compliance. Today, using AI is a much more faster way and much more streamlined way of solution for the customer. The last is wealth management. Wealth management, again, is very, very difficult. Imagine you want to buy share, you want to buy bonds or fixed income. Searching for those information is always a very, very difficult choice. So using AI, again, is one of the things that actually can help you advance. Again, the whole thing about the whole challenge, the tug of war between whether do I try to make more money with AI or try to save more money with AI. From an enterprise customer perspective, right? The saving money part always comes first. So I can share a couple of really good example of what I mentioned. So Squirro, we have a lot of big enterprise. Yeah, so there's some customer here that I can share with you. So Mubadala is a very big asset management based in Middle East. They have a lot of earlier I mentioned about how you can do investment product. So every day they need to make 400 over decision, 400 over investment decision, right? How do you make a really good decision or to find the information to make the decision? It's very, very tough. So what we do is we build a very, very powerful AI search and knowledge management solution so that they can actually find the result and the research at a very, very much faster space, and they're able to make a decision a lot faster and more accurate. ECB is a very another big customer of Squirro. You know, ECB, European Central Bank, they are a very, very big organization, right? They have 17 European countries in the same central bank regulator. So can you imagine that 17 different countries, each of them with different laws, and every law are different, slightly a bit different, but how do you differentiate between so much noise and so much information to make decision or to make a new law to govern within the whole EU state area, right? So these are things that we help them build a solution where we get 83% of the user report to increase the quality improvement. So you see that again, increasing proficiency, increasing efficiency. This is one of the big use case for a lot of customer. Before that, right, doing research is very, very difficult. But for now, we're able to help them to cut down the number of report and able to get the result a lot faster. The other customer that we have in the US is Rockefeller Capital Management. They have up to 900 client advisor. Imagine getting the information to your client advisor and getting it to your customer. So that's a very, very difficult choice for them, work for them as well. Imagine they have every single one of the client advisor had to do research and have to give out the same information to all the customer. So that is a lot of work for them. Again, we build a solution for them to automate them and to get them to the information to a lot faster to the customer. We all spoke about GenAI, but today, just doing as I mentioned before, just doing search and retrieval is not good enough. You need to have a very, very powerful agentic workflow where you can connect to your different backend solution so that you can first of all fetch the answer faster, and at the same time connect to your backend result so that you can send to your customer a lot faster in a more seamless way. So this is my last slide. Building AI, again, remember the number that I mentioned earlier to you. MIT report, 95% of all AI projects fail. Again, it's like an iceberg, right? They all look at the nice UI, nice feature, but they've forgotten about the monster below the water, right? First of all, customer integration into a legacy system, integration to a big back-end system is always a very, very difficult task. Again, there's always a saying that AI without data is just a vacuum. Next is operation workflow. That is very, very difficult as well. Again, if you are using this workflow for the last 10 years, how do you change that and make it a lot easier for your employees? Again, that's a very big challenge as well. The edge use case handling, that's very important. If you have an existing use case and you think that I just replace it with AI, I can guarantee it will not work, right? So these are things that we have. And the last but not least, right, I mentioned about security and scalability. So managing data at such a volume, it's very, very difficult. That is one of the reasons why we partner with Alibaba, because they're very good at managing data at scale and managing security at scale. Thank you so much for your time.